Hello, you're playing The Waiting Game, the show about games that aren't out yet, unless you're watching this years from now on your Xbox 2. Tell me, can you game and Skype at the same time yet? Oh, you can't? They're too processor intensive, yeah. That's too bad. Until that glorious Skype-free future arrives, we're twiddling our thumbs waiting to play some Dying Light. It's an action zombie FPS survival title for Xboxes One and 360, PlayStations 3 and 4, and PC. And with any luck, it will be coming out in 2014.
We've been trapped in this concrete rat cage for 2 months now. Those still alive live in the barricaded safe zones. During the day, some venture out to scavenge and loot whatever supplies they can find. But at night, we are the hunted ones.
By day, you'll be scavenging the world for supplies, setting traps, and hurling yourself around the world with fancy pants parkour. By night, the otherwise docile zombies change their tune to become crazed, flesh-hungry bastards. The other thing is it's sort of being made by Techland, the guys that made Dead Island Riptide. Remember how the explodey boat trailer was all great, and then how the game made you want to drive nails into your own skull rather than the zombies? Well, fingers crossed they're not lying when they say that Dying Light won't be a giant pile of horse crap. They never strictly said, but they didn't ever not say it either. Let's kick things off with some fine horror literature in the form of I Am Legend by Richard Matheson. It's the novel that inspired the 2007 feature film of the same name, though this book has actually been adapted into no less than 5 films. It even laid the foundation for the 1968 horror flick Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the living dead, the dead who live on living flesh.
Interestingly, this 1954 tale actually paints the rising dead as a vampiric foe rather than zombies. Robert Neville's barricaded himself inside his Los Angeles home as he battles to find a cure for something he appears to be immune to. As with Dying Light, the monsters in I Am Legend are almost harmless during the daylight hours, allowing Neville to venture out into the world, clear out some of the infected with a swift stake through the heart, and collect everything he needs to live, do his research, and stave off going completely insane through crippling loneliness.
Just right for finding your own quiet space.
The book paints a different and vastly more bleak ending than the film does with Jim West, Desperado. Rough Rider. No, you don't want none of them spoilers, so just go and read the book already.
Oh, for
The key to effective zombie survival is cardio, as we're told in Zombieland. But that's not recommendation number 2. No sir. Although, Emma Stone. Mirror's Edge. Now, first things first, no zombies, not even one. But it does pit you against basically the entire world, who are invariably more dangerous than you are, requiring you to run for your life for the whole game. Dying Light is about being clever with your use of terrain, choosing smooth paths to help you race the sunset, but making them complex enough that zombies can't catch up with you. In Mirror's Edge, as an information courier in a crazy dystopian future, Faith also needs to use her surroundings and routes through them wisely. Of course, you can steal a weapon every now and then, but ammo is a rare commodity, and my god, she's a lousy shot. And once you get into the button groove, you'll start seeing every red pipe and platform as a shining opportunity to hurl yourself into nothingness, because the only other option is real parkour, and I've heard the learning curve on that is a bitch. And a 1, and a 2, and yeah, forget this, Greg, this is fucking dangerous. What really is the appeal of a zombie apocalypse? Is it the lawless world, the free run of the city, or is it being able to senselessly kill mindless humans in a Rambo-esque fashion? So many of these zombie stories jump straight to the action without touching too much on the social, political, or environmental repercussions of a global pandemic. World War Z by Max Brooks takes a different kind of look at the world after the dust has settled. More of a diary entry than a single story, a United Nations agent recounts survivors' tales from the eyes of the military and civilians from all over the world. And if I know my video editor Greg at all, then chances are you've been looking at footage from the World War Z film, which frankly isn't all that bad. I mean, some of the CG is pretty lousy, but through dropping the UN agent into a series of these individual tales, you get a much broader picture of how quickly a global crisis can spread and how devastating it would be to the entire world. Now, if only there was a playable version of that, focusing on resource gathering and stealth rather than just all of the all-out action, and there is, it's State of Decay. More than horror action, you'll be looking at simply surviving. State of Decay puts you in the shoes of Marcus Campbell, a store clerk returning from a fishing trip to zombie chaos. You'll be required to mount supermarket raids, grow food in your fort, and engage in ammo trading with other players. A major focus of the game is to find NPCs out in the 16 square kilometer world, befriend them, and use their expendable body husks to find new base locations, new raids, and other trade opportunities. Befriend them enough and they become playable, which is convenient because if your character dies or becomes zombified, then they're gone for good. You can pick up a copy for Xbox 360 or PC right now. In the likely event of a real zombie horde taking over a city, it would be a great idea to find out which of your friends runs fastest. Then not be friends with them anymore. In a world of rabid people chompers, it sucks to be at the back of the pack. What you were looking at there was the Walking Dead Escape. These day and nighttime sessions can be found all over the world by varying names. Some of them even include paintball guns for that extra nugget of violence. Running a large group of you through a closed location, zombified civilians make for a tricky obstacle course as you sprint your way to safety. This here is how the GameSpot US team did during the Comic-Con escape last year.
Let's jump this. No, that's not good.
Of course, when Greg and I tried it, it just went nothing like I expected.
I think we lost him. I think so. Well, nothing for it but to repopulate the Earth. Except for 2 men. Yeah, but what about all of the, They're zombies. Yeah, hot, sexy. They're still zombies.
Well, if that doesn't keep you busy for months and months, then crap, I'm out of ideas. But you smart lot aren't. Throw in your suggestions and help these good folks out with your favourite zombie media, like last week when we got some excellent suggestions for Alien Isolation. Charlie Olak said, should have recommended Natural Selection too. Good suggestion, Charlie. HexID says, Seb, I love you, but you're a massive bellend. While Marcus makes an excellent suggestion, saying, so far, my favourite Alien game is Left 4 Dead 2, with mods that change all zombies into xenomorphs, aka hordes of rushing aliens. It's great! You know what, just play Left 4 Dead 2. For all the games we've ever covered, chances are there's a mod out there that makes it relevant. And if you still think I'm a massive bellend, you should go and watch GTA Diaries next, where I get to be the biggest bellend of all. You'll love it.
Give me this
one.
sweet
There you go.
release
There
of
you go.
nicotine. Oh, it's good.
Not
that's
too
good,
close,
that's
I don't
good.
want to
Oh,
burn you.
What? Cam!
Well, Greg, how about we get back on that repopulation thing, yeah?
You never took biology, did you, Seb?
Zombie babies!
Oh my...